A life without structure or deliberate design often feels like drifting aimlessly in an endless, storm-tossed sea, chaotic, directionless, and overwhelming. Without a guiding compass of principles, standards, or practices, we are at the mercy of distractions and reactive impulses, leaving us prone to mistakes and regrets. But consider the transformative power of having a steadfast framework, a set of guiding rules that infuse every action with intention and purpose, empowering you to navigate life's complexities with clarity and confidence. When we live with clear intent, our days become more focused, fulfilling, and aligned with our highest potential. This is where Stoic philosophy shines as a beacon of timeless wisdom, offering profound insights and tools for cultivating resilience and perspective. Today, I invite you to explore 12 Stoic principles that can revolutionize your approach to living, grounding you in calmness, purpose, and unwavering resolve no matter what challenges arise. One cornerstone of Stoicism is the practice of owning the morning. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflections on discipline, wrestled with the temptation to linger in warmth and comfort rather than face the demands of the day. He posed a piercing question: is this why you were born, to cling to fleeting ease? The answer, of course, is a resounding no. Each dawn presents a fresh opportunity to embrace responsibility, unlock potential, and make meaningful strides toward growth. By rising early, avoiding trivial distractions, and dedicating your energy to what truly matters, you seize control of your day from its inception. Win the morning, and you lay the foundation for triumph throughout the rest of your hours. Another vital principle is mastering the art of discernment, focusing only on what lies within your sphere of influence. Epictetus taught that true wisdom begins with understanding the distinction between what we can and cannot control. While external events and others' actions remain beyond our reach, our responses, thoughts, and attitudes are entirely ours to shape. By directing your attention inward, you reclaim sovereignty over your mind and actions, transforming chaos into clarity. Instead of expending energy on futile resistance, channel it into purposeful progress. When you focus on what you can control, you step into the driver's seat of your life. Much of our suffering stems from anticipating troubles that may never materialize. Seneca astutely observed, "To worry about something before it happens is to endure the hardship twice." How frequently do we squander precious mental energy fretting over hypothetical scenarios? Our minds conjure worst-case outcomes that feel alarmingly real, yet rarely come to pass. Stoicism encourages us to acknowledge uncertainties, but remain anchored in the present moment. By refusing to suffer prematurely, we conserve our strength for actual challenges when they arise. Stay grounded in today, and you'll find the fortitude to meet tomorrow with grace. An often underappreciated yet deeply impactful Stoic habit is the daily enrichment of the soul. Commit to learning one new idea, reflection, or insight each day, something that strengthens your inner world and equips you to face adversity. Seneca emphasized the value of incremental growth, reminding us that wisdom accumulates through small, consistent gains rather than dramatic epiphanies. Think of this practice as forging armor for the spirit, piece by piece, until you stand resilient against life's inevitable storms. Closely tied to personal growth is the Stoic emphasis on virtuous action, performing at least one good deed daily. Stoicism transcends self-improvement. It calls us to serve others and contribute to the greater good. A simple act of kindness, a thoughtful word, a helping hand, or a moment of genuine connection can ripple outward, touching lives in ways both seen and unseen. Make generosity a daily ritual, and watch as your own life blossoms with purpose, gratitude, and authentic relationships. These Stoic principles, embracing the morning, focusing on what you can control, staying present, enriching the soul, and practicing virtue, form a blueprint for a life rich in meaning and fulfillment. By integrating them into your daily routine, you'll approach each day with wisdom, serenity, and a clear sense of direction. These timeless teachings will not only help you navigate life's challenges, but also enable you to craft a legacy of growth, purpose, and enduring peace. The Stoic virtues are not lofty, unreachable ideals. They are practical, living principles meant to guide our actions daily. Virtue is not something we passively admire. It's something we actively practice. It's about making deliberate, thoughtful decisions in every moment and situation. A true Stoic doesn't settle for mediocrity by asking, "What's the bare minimum I can get away with?" Instead, they challenge themselves. What is the most honorable course of action here? How can I demonstrate courage, self-discipline, and empathy right now? Living virtuously isn't just about contemplating goodness. It's about doing good. It's about choosing kindness, fairness, and wisdom without hesitation, even when it's inconvenient or difficult. Seneca reminds us that every person we encounter presents an opportunity to exercise compassion. Imagine each interaction, not as a mundane exchange, but as a chance to leave someone better than you found them. Whether it's a coworker, a stranger on the street, or a family member, every moment holds the potential to reflect the values we cherish. Each connection becomes a canvas where we paint our integrity, leaving behind traces of warmth, understanding, and humanity. One of the most transformative Stoic lessons can be distilled into one powerful question: is this essential? Too often, we drown in distractions, trivial thoughts, unnecessary actions, empty words. The Stoics teach us to strip away the non-essential so we can focus on what truly matters. Before committing to any task, ask yourself, does this align with my purpose? Will it bring me closer to the life I envision? If the answer is no, then let it go. Saying no is not merely rejection. It's a declaration of priorities. It clears space for what enriches your soul and advances your goals. Marcus Aurelius, burdened by the immense responsibilities of empire, mastered this art of discernment. He knew that if he allowed himself to be consumed by trivialities, he would lose sight of his higher calling. His example teaches us that saying no to noise creates room for clarity, peace, and progress. By cutting through the clutter of modern life, we free ourselves to pursue what brings meaning and fulfillment. Another profound Stoic practice involves what might sound like a mystical concept: speaking with the dead. Far from being supernatural, this idea invites us to engage in dialogue with the great minds of history. Zeno, inspired by an oracle's cryptic advice, realized that reading philosophy was akin to conversing with Socrates, Aristotle, and other luminaries who shaped human thought. Philosophy transcends time. It connects us to those who have walked the path before us. When we open a book, we step into a timeless conversation, drawing wisdom from thinkers whose insights remain relevant today. This is why daily reading, free from the chaos of news feeds and social media, is vital for cultivating a Stoic mindset. Reading isn't about accumulating facts. It's about absorbing enduring truths. Books act as portals to the past, allowing us to learn directly from Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and others. Through deep engagement with their ideas, we fortify our own understanding, grounding ourselves in principles that stand firm against the storms of life. Self-discipline stands at the heart of Stoicism. Unlike external forces, which lie beyond our control, mastery over ourselves is always within reach. The Stoics held themselves accountable to the highest standards of virtue, knowing that personal excellence begins with inner discipline. Yet, they also emphasize tolerance toward others. People falter, stumble, and err not out of malice, but because they lack awareness or opportunity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, be rigorous with yourself, but merciful with others. While holding ourselves to high ethical standards, we must extend patience and compassion to those still finding their way. This balance strengthens our relationships. When we err, we tend to forgive ourselves, recognizing mitigating circumstances. The Stoics urge us to extend that same grace to others, seeking explanations rather than judgments. By doing so, we preserve our tranquility while fostering deeper connections rooted in empathy and mutual respect. Perhaps the most inspiring Stoic teaching comes from Epictetus. To live beautifully, choose beautifully. A beautiful life isn't built on fleeting pleasures, but on steadfast adherence to virtue, even when it demands sacrifice. Pleasure may dazzle briefly, but the fulfillment derived from doing what's right endures. Acting with integrity, choosing justice over expediency, wisdom over impulse, creates a legacy of beauty and significance. When we commit to these choices, we craft a life rich with purpose and resonance. These Stoic virtues offer a blueprint for living with authenticity, resilience, and compassion. By embracing intentionality and making choices aligned with virtue, we harmonize our lives with ourselves, others, and the world around us. In doing so, we not only elevate our own existence, but contribute to a brighter, more meaningful future for all. Have you ever noticed how the act of pushing yourself to accomplish something challenging leaves behind a deeper, more enduring sense of satisfaction than the fleeting exhaustion of effort? The work may drain your energy in the moment, but the pride and fulfillment it brings last far longer. Each day presents countless decisions. Will we take the path of least resistance, or will we embrace the harder, more meaningful journey? This is the essence of what Stoic philosophy calls the choice of Hercules, a defining crossroads where one must choose between two paths: the road of virtue, discipline, and growth, or the seductive ease of indulgence and complacency. The comfortable route beckons us with its allure, yet it's the arduous climb toward excellence that shapes true greatness. Had Hercules chosen comfort over challenge, he would never have ascended to legendary status. So, when you're lying in bed debating whether to hit snooze or rise early, when faced with the decision to move your body instead of surrendering to laziness, ask yourself, which path am I choosing today? Am I taking the effortless way out, or am I stepping boldly onto the road less traveled, the beautiful, purposeful one? Are you cultivating kindness, or allowing negativity to creep in? Forgiveness or resentment? Every choice you make carves out who you are becoming. One powerful Stoic principle underscores this mindset: listen more than you speak. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, wisely observed that humans possess two ears and only one mouth for a reason: to listen twice as much as we talk. In our noisy world, there's profound strength in silence. Before speaking, pause to consider, is what I'm about to say necessary, helpful, or merely filling space? As the Stoics remind us, it's better to stumble physically than verbally. Mastering the art of thoughtful silence can be just as transformative as finding the right words. Consider the story of the Spartan who remained silent during a lively dinner conversation. When questioned about his quiet demeanor, he replied, "If I were foolish enough to speak without thought, I wouldn't have stayed silent this long." His response highlights the power of restraint and the wisdom gained from listening, an invaluable lesson in a culture obsessed with constant chatter. Another cornerstone of Stoic thought lies in reframing obstacles as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius captured this brilliantly when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Challenges aren't simply hurdles to overcome. They're invitations to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life rarely hands us smooth roads to success, but it consistently offers chances to respond with integrity and grace. Imagine someone wrongs you. It's an opportunity to practice forgiveness, encounter discrimination or setbacks. These moments test your ability to persevere with dignity, refusing to let bitterness take root. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we hold absolute power over our reactions. Every difficulty is raw material for personal evolution, like fuel feeding a fire, making it burn brighter and hotter. A Stoic doesn't passively accept life's trials, but actively engages with them, transforming barriers into stepping stones toward greater virtue. It's about making noble choices even amidst chaos, using adversity as a forge to shape the best version of yourself. This relentless forward motion defines the Stoic spirit. Perhaps the most vital Stoic teaching centers on living fully in the present moment, a concept known as memento mori, or remember you will die. Time slips through our fingers like sand, each passing second irretrievably lost. Life isn't lived in some distant future or faded past. It unfolds here, now. With every sunrise comes a gift, another chance to live intentionally, purposefully, aware that today might be all we have left. Don't squander it. Make bold, beautiful choices. Stay present. Focus on doing what only you can do. By embracing these principles, you step onto the path of becoming the person you're truly meant to be. Every dawn brings a blank slate, an opportunity to rise above mediocrity and craft a life rich with meaning.